My brother kept joking that my daughter was adopted. I started joking his son wasn't his. My daughter, Lily, is 6 and looks exactly like my husband. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and dimples. I have dark hair and brown eyes, so people always comment on how much she looks like her dad, nothing like me. My brother, Wade, thought this was hilarious. The first time he said something was at my parents' house. When Lily was about to leave, he looked at her and said, "Wow, you sure she's yours and not just some random kid you picked up somewhere?" Everyone laughed, including me, because I thought it was a one-time joke. It was not. Wade said something at every family gathering for 4 years. He'd see Lily and say things like, "Hey, is that the neighbor's kid?" Or "Still waiting on those DNA results?" Or "Are we sure the hospital didn't swap babies?" Every event, Christmas, Easter, birthdays, summer cookouts, always the same jokes. When Lily was 4, she started asking me what Uncle Wade meant. I told her he was just being silly, but she kept bringing it up. At her 5th birthday party, in front of her friends and parents, Wade loudly said he still wasn't convinced Lily was really mine. One of the moms gave me a look like she felt sorry for me, and I wanted to disappear. I pulled Wade aside and told him to stop because Lily was old enough to understand, and it was hurting her feelings. He told me to relax, said it was just a joke, and I was too sensitive. My parents told me to let it go because that's just how Wade is. At Thanksgiving last year, Lily asked me in front of the family if she was really my daughter or if I found her somewhere, like Uncle Wade always said. My heart broke. Wade laughed. "See? Even she thinks it's funny now." I looked at my daughter's confused face and decided Wade needed a taste of his own medicine. He has a 3-year-old son, Benji, who he talks about constantly, posts pictures everywhere, and acts like he invented walking. Wade is tall with light brown hair and green eyes. His wife, Jess, has red hair, freckles, and pale skin. Benji has jet black hair, dark brown eyes, and an olive complexion, looks nothing like either of them. At Christmas dinner, I looked at Benji and said, "Wow, Wade, are you sure that one's yours?" Wade's smile dropped. He asked what I meant. I shrugged, just wondering if maybe Jess has something to tell you. The room got uncomfortable fast. Wade said that wasn't funny. I said, "Really?" "Because I thought we loved jokes like that. Isn't that how we are?" He didn't respond. At the New Year's party, I did it again. I looked at Benji and told Wade I heard the mailman in their neighborhood had dark hair too. Wade went red and told me to knock it off. I said I was joking and he was being sensitive. My parents told me I was taking things too far. I asked why it was fine when Wade did it to my daughter for 4 years, but suddenly crossing a line when I did it once to his son. My mom walked away. Wade cornered me later and said I was out of line because Jess was upset and people might start believing something. I told him my 6-year-old cried herself to sleep asking if I was really her mother. Maybe now he understood how it felt to have someone question your family. Wade tried to say it was different because Lily was too young. I told him she literally stood up at Thanksgiving and asked the family if I found her somewhere. That's not too young. That's a little girl who internalized 4 years of her uncle telling her she didn't belong. Wade went quiet. A few days later, my dad called and said he told Wade he needed to apologize to me and Lily for real. Wade did apologize at the next family dinner, but it was one of those "sorry if you were offended" apologies. I told him that was fine, I understood, and I'd just keep joking about Benji until he gave a real one. 2 weeks later, Wade called and said he'd been thinking and realized he'd been cruel without meaning to be, and he was sorry for hurting Lily. At my daughter's 6th birthday party last month, Wade walked up to Lily, got down on her level, and told her he was really sorry for saying mean things, and that she was absolutely, 100%, her mother's daughter. Lily looked at him, then hugged him. "It's okay, Uncle Wade. I know you're not that smart." The whole room burst out laughing. I have never been prouder of that kid in my life.